Mind if we look around together? Nothing like shelves full of stuff to take your mind off things. By all means. Let's see what this place has to offer. They don't call it retail therapy for nothing. Huh, so this is an Orbital refrigerator. I noticed there was a large one in the Courageous's kitchen, but I wasn't entirely sure what it was at the time. Oh, now that you mention it, we do have one on board, don't we? Being able to just stick food in there and have it stay fresh for days is pretty awesome. So it is. I wouldn't mind having one for myself for when I want to prepare a boxed lunch. How much does one cost, Maybe I'll consider one when my skill in cooking improves enough to justify the expenditure. Let's, go look at something else. Right. She actually seems pretty disappointed she can't get one. What's this? The design is rather avant-garde. It says here that it's called an Orbital vacuum cleaner. You press the button on it and it'll suck up dust and crumbs. So it's like the Orbital version of a broom, I guess? Ah, that does sound pretty convenient. I'd like to give it a try. Let's see. Lara, carefully press the button on the vacuum cleaner. I don't think you're supposed to just turn on appliances in this store like that. Sorry. I guess curiosity just got the better of me. I suppose I should turn it off then. Is this the button you press to do that? Why is it vibrating even louder and more forcefully? Excuse me, miss. Lara's gonna get us kicked out. Well, he certainly seemed none too pleased with us. I'm sorry, Reem. Don't worry about it. It's not often I get to see you get in trouble like that. I guess technology isn't your forte, huh? Apparently not. I mean, I have an interest in it, but very little experience actually using it. I think I'd be able to use all of the appliances here if I had a chance to learn, though. Just like I did with our combat orbits. By the way, what are these? They're, Orbital washing machines, by the look of it. You put your clothes in there and it'll wash them for you. Elisa had a few in her house from what I remember. Wow, that sounds convenient. Fascinating. I wonder how it works. Let me see. Oh god, please don't. Lara, stop pressing buttons. Not again. You want Lara to pilot the Courageous? What does this button do? Turns out, Lara was the real menace this whole time, not Mint. So which of these buttons turns it off? This one? No? Maybe this one? Please tell me you haven't done what I think you've done. I'm afraid it appears I've broken it. Excuse me, miss. Fortunately for Lara and Reem, the damage was much less severe than it looked, and they were able to repair the Orbital washing machine. The employee was understandably furious, but thanks to their connections with Elisa, he was kind enough to overlook what happened. And we're still not kicked out of this place? How? I can't believe I made such a blunder, not just once, but twice. Stop pressing buttons, you're not 5. Well, at least they were able to fix it, right? All's well that ends well, I guess. Still, it really does feel like you were, born into the way of the sword, which doesn't have any buttons for you to press and break. You don't need to make my lack of domestic skills sound like some kind of winning quality. I'm all too aware of the areas where I come up short, and I took up cooking in an effort to become more refined, but I wasn't planning to admit that here. Still, I'm glad I got the chance to see a side of you no one else has really gotten to see. Oh hey, no one's good at everything. And we've all got our weak spots. Well, that's true, but you and I aren't so different in that regard, you know? All of us have roles we're good at fulfilling, And for those we aren't, we need to learn to rely on others. I want you to promise me you won't try to shoulder everything yourself. All of us are here with you to share the burden. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Lara. If she ever needs a job, she can delve into quality assessment. Yeah, if Lara can stress test your product and it somehow still lives, you're winning. Okay, did this give me a point in my stupid notebook? Yes, it did. Thank God. All right. We've got 2 down. Great, let me talk to Lara now. I'm so glad you joined me. It was a lot of fun looking around together and breaking everything we touched. Even if wardments do continue to vex and baffle me, they could prove useful in my lunchbox making exploits. However, I won't be able to shy away forever. I can't. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to talk about Lara. He didn't. Sad. That would have been great. Okay, so we have only successfully hung out with Lara and Milliam. Okay. Machias was a no. Let's try Fee, maybe? Because she didn't have one last time. Oh, let me save, actually. So that we don't have to redo Lara's. I'm so bad at guessing who's going to give us a point for our notebook, but I'll definitely say that these bonding events are a lot more entertaining than they were in Cold Steel 1. So it's kind of fun to get to see them all. Heading back to the ship, Reen? Oh wait, no, why am I reading this again? We've already read this. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let's hang out. Maybe we can both take a nap in Valimar. Definitely space for that. Mind if I hang out with you for a bit? I mean, if you think I'll be in the way, just tell me and I'll get going. Of course you won't. Stay here for as long as you like. Thanks, Fee. A cat? Look at the little baby. What is a kitten doing here? He doesn't look too happy. Maybe he's been separated from his mother. He's not wearing a collar, so I'm guessing he's a stray. That means we have to adopt him and take him aboard the Courageous. Look at that precious being. Reen, don't worry, we've got some time before we need to head back. Let's see if we can reunite him with his mother, shall we? Kitten in hand, Reen and Fee started walking around the city trying to find where the kitten's mother could be. We should just adopt it. We could adopt its mother, too. The kitten being a stray, they assumed that finding his mother wasn't going to be an easy task, and they were completely right. Reen and Fee asked everyone they could, even Celine, and searched for the missing mother cat with every fiber of their being. In the end... Over there! Looks like we found our mother. Yep. Even without knowing what they're saying, it's obvious that they're family. We should adopt them both. I'm just glad we were able to reunite these two. Me too. His mother must have been looking for him all this time. Nice to know his family didn't abandon him after all. Fee. Carrying him around reminded me of something that happened the day the boss died. Just before he fell in battle, too. What happened? Well, we wanted to watch the battle between him and the Red Constellation's leader, so we'd set up camp nearby. All of a sudden, A Jaeger wandered into our camp. A girl about my age. Are you talking about Shirley? Another Jaeger that young? Maybe a year older than me. I don't know. She'd come from the Red Constellations camp on the other side of the battlefield. All because she was chasing a stray cat. I think it is Shirley. Hold on. She wandered into an enemy camp just before a battle. That seems like an incredibly bad idea. What happened? You clearly do not know Shirley. She does not care. She also has like a chainsaw and will kill you. Oh, we didn't attack her or anything. They weren't exactly in the mood to start anything with us at that point either. So the two of us just talked while she played with the cat. Fee. No making friends with homicidal maniacs wielding chainsaws and guns. It's not a good idea. Wow. I can hardly imagine having a casual conversation with an enemy just before your leaders fight to the death. It's a very, very Shirley thing to have done. It's also kind of depressing to think that there are other Jaegers your age out there too. I guess. We're not exactly rare. But she was really strong. Strong enough to lead a whole battalion in their corps. It was like she lived to be out on the battlefield and killing. Loved fighting as much as anyone I've ever seen. She was more man-eating tiger than girl. Truer words. Sounds like the two of you are total opposites. People tend to paint all Jaegers with the same brush, but the more I talk to you, the more I realize how different they all are. I wonder what she's doing now. Ruining people's lives, putting dancers into hospitals, and turning people into demons, maybe? Or associating with demons? She's doing stuff. I don't think she's in a tree yet, but she's doing stuff. I bet she's okay, though. She was strong. Strong enough that she'd be fine even if her family left her behind. That's another way we're different. Unlike her, as soon as my family left me, I became a weak little girl who couldn't do anything for herself. There's more to strength than just proficiency in battle, you know? And even if there weren't, you've become a much better fighter since you joined Class 7. Also being quite friendly with Ellie, you're right. Shirley is living it up out there. I've definitely seen big improvements since our first battle as a class. Maybe you're right. If I am, though, it's because all of you have been there to support me. There's no question about that. Hey, we all help each other improve and get stronger, both on the battlefield and off. You've helped every one of us. But we've all still got room to grow, and at this rate, we're going to need to do as much growing as we can. Yeah? Well, you got a point. But together, we'll get strong enough to get through all this. I know we will. No way that doesn't give us a point in the notebook. Their conversation at an end, they watched the two cats scurry off into the distance. Rush 2, whatever that does. You're joking. That didn't give a point in this stupid notebook. What the heck? My God. Fine. Whatever. At least we got to hear about young Shirley still being the homicidal maniac we know her to be. Did I? Okay, no. You had a bonding point last time. So did Elliot. I don't think Elisa did, though. And neither did Alphin. So we could try them next, I guess. You bet talking to Elisa will add something? We'll do that next. part of me does want to actually see all of them, because even the ones that haven't added stuff have been really interesting, but I don't know. Hey. Alright, let's purge your house of anything Heidel might have touched. Are you sure about doing this all on your own? I mean, 2 people would be able to get the job done twice as fast, right? What are you planning, Schwarzer? Nothing at all, I swear. Just kidding. Of course, I'll take you up on that. The 2 of them made their way around the Reinford household, scouring each and every room for any signs of malfeasance or missing property. Fortunately, thanks to Sharon organizing everything the night before, it didn't take them too long. Before they knew it, they only had one room remaining, the chairman's room. Oh dear God. Well, I'm glad to see that at least the rooms aren't a complete mess like they were yesterday. Sharon's did a great job cleaning everything up. And it doesn't look like there's anything missing either. Well, that's good news. As much as I feel bad criticizing Angelica's uncle, Heidel Rogner must be an absolute slob. He's also a freak who stole your house and slept in your bed. That's weird, okay? It's weird. You think as a noble, he'd at least pay a little more mind to cleanliness. I feel sorry for his housekeeping staff. It's probably more than being a noble. He thought he could get away with never having to clean anything. Imprisoning your mother seemed to have inflated his ego. You're probably right. Suddenly having power over someone he was never able to stand against must have been a real threat. Either way, we're almost finished up here, so, What is it? Oh, I just noticed something sticking out slightly from between 2 of these books. Huh, this is... It's a photograph of you as a little girl. And that looks like your mother, which would mean... Yeah, that's my father. Why is this hidden away on her desk, though? Maybe she pulled it out to look at every now and then while she was working, but didn't want anyone to know. Honestly, I'm surprised too, but here it is. I don't think there's any doubt that it's important to her. I guess you're right. Elisa put the photograph back where she'd found it, and the 2 of them finished checking the rest of the rooms. Once their work was done, they treated themselves to a well-deserved rest. That sure took a while, huh? I can only imagine how much of a task that would have been if you had to do it all by yourself. Truth be told, I probably would have given up partway in and just left the rest to Sharon. Thank you so much, Reem. For what? Helping out? Well, sure, but while finding that photo earlier might have been a coincidence, I doubt I would have looked around at Mother's room if you hadn't been there. If I hadn't, I never would have discovered that or realized that maybe somewhere deep down she really does care. I think you would have. Even if not today, you'd realize it eventually. She's your mother, after all. The 2 of you will always have that connection as family, like it or not. I think the day will come when you 2 understand how much you care for each other, with or without a photo to show. I'd like to think so, at least. Talking with you like this reminds me of when we had our field study here. We had a little heart-to-heart about Mother back then, didn't we? In the same room? It was this room, actually. There's a lot I'm really thankful to you for, though. I wouldn't have been able to free Mother or this city on my own. And this is hardly the first time you've supported me or helped me accomplish something when I needed it most. So, for all the times I was too stubborn to say it, thank you, Reem. I hope I'll get the chance to repay you for this someday. For everything. Repay me? Well, anyway, thanks for all your help today. I'm, gonna be going now. See you later. Oh, right. I'm not sure what that was all about, but I guess I'd better get ready to head out too. I feel like that was so much shorter than the one with Fee. And I feel like I learned more about Fee during hers than I did about this one with Elisa, but whatever, game. It's fine. Okay, we save. And then I think we're gonna try... No, not... I hit no. I meant to hit yes. And then we try hanging out with Alphin.